Hello and welcome to a world exclusive unboxing and first look at the Space Marine Retro Landspeeder. I know it probably isn't a world exclusive, but I like to do these kind of things when I get hold of a model, you know, very quickly. It's not up on Forge World's website, you can't pre-order it, you could only get it at the event today. They will release it, and they will release actually a better version with better weapons, better Space Marines on it and all the rest of it. So fear not, if you haven't managed to get it, you will have a chance of getting a better one later on. So you haven't really missed out. This will cost you £50. That is a huge amount of money. I would have preferred it to cost 30. I think it's worth 30. I don't think it's worth 50 at all. But hey, you know, that's Forge World. You know, sometimes their prices are way off, like Ixie and Hale costing £45. So it is what it is. But you know, I wanted something more than just the Deathwatch Codex to remember the day by, because I can get the Deathwatch Codex anytime from anywhere, whereas this is, yeah, I'll remember 2018 for this model. I wish I could remember it for holding a Castellan Knight, but never mind. So yeah, quite a small box for this model. Not a huge number of pieces, I don't think, but yeah, that's what it looks like. Very strange model. All manner of questions are asked in terms of the air intakes, the fact that Space Marines are in front of the air intakes, the fact that they have to move the whole vehicle pointing downwards to fire the melter, because the melter can't aim lower than their heads, to their leg protection. All kinds of questions are asked with this. But they've made it. They've actually made a specific instruction book for it. If they could only do that for some of the Tyranid models, you know, some of the old Tyranid, or even a Warhound Titan, if you could make one of these, please. These are lovely CAD instruction books. So there you go, and it's just got the multi-melter on. Nothing stopping you from using it as a normal land speeder in a game of 40k if you wanted to. Just a typical land speeder with a multi-melter. There you go. I like land speeders, so yeah. So that's the instruction book. This was checked by DF on the 20th of April, so that was not that long ago, really. What, about 3 weeks ago? So let's have a look at the parts themselves. You will need to put these in warm soapy water overnight or over a few hours, and then rinse with cold water, and that's to get the resin, the releasing agent off, as you get instructions look in most of the Forge World models now. Preparation, checking and cleaning. Clean each part in warm water with a good degreasing agent, such as dishwashing liquid. So there you go. It actually, with most resin models, they give you this instruction guide. So alternatively, I think I have a couple of videos showing how I do that. But yeah, this is the, I think I've got a good model here, because this is the like array, antenna array, sensor array with a light. This is one of the thrusters and the wing. A bit of slippage there, and I don't know what's going on in there either. But there you go. Wow, this is quite a long part. So this is the undercarriage. Oh, look at that. That's going to be a bit of a pain. That, see the releasing agent there? It's on really solidly. Gonna have to leave this one in warm soapy water, definitely overnight. Yeah, it just sticks. It's just, that's going to need to be rubbed off. It's going to be hard for any paint to, you know, attach to that. One of the other thrusters. This one's a little in better condition. You got the seats. They look quite decent. You got some flying stands. I mean, looking at the base, it looks like it's a 3D kind of base. It isn't. Just your normal round base, which you are going to have to drill a hole into, and slot the stand in. It's the only way they sort of can do that. You've got some shoulder pauldrons. They look like they're, I want to say, is it Mark 6, is it? The beaky armour. So yeah, if you've got a beaky army, this will go really well. So there you go. And yep, some chest pieces there. The control panel. Nice bit of detail on the buttons, and the weapon mount for the top. You've got the legs, quite thin in this armour, thin Space Marine legs. And then the multi-melter itself. By the way, I do have pictures of the better one in the other Warhammer Fest video too. I took some pictures of those. And more sensors, so on. Oh, got these, which are the footrests, foot pegs, whatever you want to call them. And then you've got the arms, you've got 4 arms here. That's a nice articulated hand though. I suppose you could use that for any model. So there you go. And then you've got some beaky helmets and some rotor pins, I think. So yeah, you've got the ones with the vents sideways, and then you've got the beaky helmet with the vents vertical. So there you go, they're all your pieces. That's all you get for your £50. Not a huge amount. It's not really a one-off model either, because they are releasing a one with better weapons on it, more usable. So stay tuned for that. They're obviously using the same mold for most of the parts, but they just obviously, like what Forge World do a lot, is they just create little smaller molds for different weapons and apply them on the kind of base model. So stay tuned for that. Not a huge amount of parts for £50. I don't know why I'm comparing it to like a Contemptor Dreadnought or something, but a Contemptor is probably £50-ish or so. And yeah, if you only have the money for one, well, it depends if you like Dreadnoughts more than Landspeeders, but I'd stick with Contemptor Dreadnought. You can have much more fun posing it, and it's probably going to be better in your army and your force than a flying multi-melter. Anyway, but I bought this for the channel, so join me in the review when I will go through this model and go through the 8th edition rules for it. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.